let's do some fun shopping together here. I am on Jackson. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it? There it is, Jackson. Anyway, it's Jackson. They have a lot of paper that I really want. A lot of, so I've ordered here Cardie paper in different, oh, here you can see. Cardie paper, and then also I really love this canvas pad that they have. Anyway, what I'm looking at here is the Royal Talon Amsterdam Standard Acrylic Paint. It's the paint I use now. I think it's really good quality, and they have for a really good price here. And I have written down a list of the paints that I have used up, either from this brand or from other brands. So, and also colors that I want to have in this brand. Anyway, let's start with Phthalo Blue one. Then I want to have Burnt Umber. Burnt Umber or Burnt Sienna. Should I get Burnt Sienna instead? Let's, Raw Umber. I always use Raw Umber, so I'm going to get that. So I'm actually thinking maybe getting Burnt Sienna instead of the Burnt Umber. I'm thinking I could mix Burnt Sienna with the Raw Umber. I also want to have one black, and then I also want to have Scarlet Red. Now, Scarlet is the name of the color that I used in the other brand. So I'm thinking the closest one would have to be Vermilion. It is semi-opaque, which it is. Light fast is good. How about Perylene? This one is excellent. So maybe if I go with Perylene Red, and then I can mix it with the Acer Yellow that I already have maybe. And then I also want to have a magenta. I'm thinking Queen Rose C19. I do like that one. I like that pigment. It's excellent. If we look at primary magenta PV19, it's excellent. I mean, it's really hard to determine what color to get when it's just these kind of swatches. From what I can see here, it looks like Queen Rose is a little bit bluer, but it's really hard to tell. It is the same pigment. They're both excellent. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the cooler one, and then I could mix it with the Perylene Red if I want it a little bit warmer. I want to get, it is Olive Green Light, which is a convenience color if we're talking watercolor terms. And it just looks really dirty, light green. I love that. I think that is it. I'm thinking if I should get another one of, I think it's this one, Naples Yellow Red Light. I'm using that one a lot. Or this one looks really nice. It is Naples Yellow Green. I'm going to check out here, and I'm not going to show you that. Oh no, oh no, they can't ship it. Now we need to find out what shop in Sweden has the best price on Jackson. Oh no. So we have a little bit of gymnastics before we actually head into work today. So it's kind of cold, but in the sun it's really warm, so making sure to stay in the sun. And Uni, she has been in heat, in season, doing her lady business. And I mean, technically she still is, but this definitely distracts him, so she has to be on the decline. Yeah? Oh god, I really need to give him a proper trim. Yeah. Look at that fluff. Look at that fluff. Okay, one more time. Then work, right? Yes. Good morning. Just checking in on the computer because I'm thinking I'm going to start by making a batch of paint. and then more computer work. Anyway, that's what you sign up for when you have an online business. Anyway, yeah, I'm just looking at the, I have files on Google Drive where I keep everything in, what do you call it? Docs? Yeah. And I have one where I have like all of the, every time I make a batch of paint, I write the name of it, I write the date, like how big the batch was. So if it's just one batch that is like the same amount as when I make the standard recipes, I just write one batch and one binder. If I make a new one, I write the recipe, and you get it. And I'm looking here at, and I started 2020 starting filling out these. I was a lot better. I actually made like a batch codes for each of them, and I also wrote like how much of each I made, so how many half versus full pans of the second pour and the first pour, and I don't do that anymore. Let's see here, in 2020 I made 203 batches. Now keep in mind, 2020 I was still mostly in the studio where I worked on a much smaller slab. So it was like, let's see here, around 100 milliliters of pigment, and then when I started making paint out here, I think that was like late August, it looks like, I went up to 200 to 300 milliliters of pigment. So a lot more batches, but smaller, you know. Anyway, so 203, let's see here, 2021, I only made 165 batches of paint. Now keep in mind those are at least like double the size. So, and 2022, so far I have made 41 batches. So yeah, I'm going to make some paint. Oh, and I also found a strap for my tens, which was kind of very much needed. But yeah, let's do the color for August that will be new, that hasn't been here before, because I think it will be amazing. Well, I have actually already made like a sample of it as well. I know it's amazing. Anyway, let's over there. Come on. I found a use for all of these pen cases after all. So in here I have not all, but a lot of my pigment samples as watercolors. And this is the one we're going to make today. I don't know if you can. What I try to do is make a full pan of each, and then I just stick them with magnets in here, so I have them if I want like references. And then I have a similar one in another tin with all of the non-shimmery pigments, so just the plain boring ones. Anyway, this is the pigment we will be using. I need to go back with this one. Today it is Friday, which means, like, actually, let's do it properly, shall we? It's a new month. It's a new month, which means new month and Friday is shop update. Well, it have happened long since, because this is like recorded in the past. Feels kind of weird to talk to future you, but you know. Yeah. So the other day I was talking about ordering more acrylic paint from Jackson, and then I realized I couldn't buy it because liquid. No, anyway. But I just looked at my email, and Jackson Art just sent, like, the first email I have is Jackson Art, our biggest brush sale yet. That's not good. I really want to buy brushes. I love buying brushes. Click out of that. Anyway, so I was trying to buy them, and then the order didn't go through. So I was like, okay, let's just see what the best price of Amsterdam acrylic I can find, because I like the Amsterdam acrylic. So that led me to a website that is called computersalg.se. And I say it a little bit weird because I actually think it is a Danish store, but you know, Sweden and Denmark, we have a lot of, because there is really no barriers from Norway to Sweden, which is really odd because I think that is the country we have the most collaboration with, but Norway is not part of EU, so there is a little bit of a barrier there. But for Denmark and Sweden, there's really just, like, we even have the same post service. We did not talk about that, but I did order from them Wednesday late, and it said it will be arriving on Monday. I was like, great, it's Friday morning, they are here. They were not delivered by PostNord, obviously. But yeah, I'm really excited. I got a few colors that I already have. So the Phthalo Blue and the Naples Yellow Red Light I already have, but they're running low. And then I got some new colors, like new colors, and then I also got new colors that is in this line instead of the other line that I have. And there is something that I'm like, there is thinking about, is a big difference between working with watercolor or acrylic. I don't know how it is in oil, because I have never actually worked in oil. I mean, I have used oil like once or twice, but I don't count that. So something that I discovered with acrylic that is really like a challenge, it's the finish. Like, if for the watercolor, if you use 10 different brands, it would just, like, it doesn't matter. So the finished project, there's nobody who's going to look up and like, yeah, I think that green one is from a different brand, isn't it? I mean, if you don't know the actual pigment and colors and the differences between, because all the different, it will be difference between the brand, but when you have actually painted it, nobody can tell. But with acrylic, you definitely can, because of the finish. Some are matte, like a completely matte, and some are very, very high shine. And even if the paint is just like it doesn't have like a specific finish, it still has a finish, obviously. And that is something that I have noticed now when I'm actually like actively painting more with acrylic. So before, or with watercolor or with color pencils, I'm just like, I buy the colors I like because it doesn't matter. But here, I mean, you can take in consideration the pigment and how opaque a certain color is, but I feel like it's more important that I actually just stick to one line of paint. So yeah, I just hadn't really considered that because I'm so used to mixing and matching different brands with watercolor. I have colors that I love from Daniel Smith, and I also have some colors that I prefer using from White Knight, or like for my example, PB60, like the Delft blue or Androcnoid blue and Denthrum blue, it had beloved child have many names, like we say in Sweden. But like for me, I love the Old Holland PB60. That's my favorite, the Delft blue. But I have also tried Daniel Smith. I don't like it. I have tried Amy Graham. I bought a 15 milliliter tube. It was crazy expensive. I don't like it. I like the Old Holland. I also like White Knight, which are much cheaper. So, but it doesn't matter in the end because it's just down to what color or the texture or something that I prefer to paint with. But the end onlooker will be able to tell different. But with acrylic you definitely can. So yeah, that is like a little bit like, oh, need to think about that. Luckily Amsterdam acrylic is really easy to get, and the computer cell site has the best price that I can find. Also, if you're looking for Derwent, like all of my Danish, Swedish, I don't know where they ship to, let's see here. Okay, so I think they ship to Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Norway, and Finland. So if you're looking for cheap, anything by Royal Talent, they have really good price, and also Derwent, like especially the big boxes of like Inktense, Pro Color, Soft Color, you know, all of those. Go and look at computercell dot your country code. Highly recommend, because I have bought the 72 set of Pro Color from them. I write really fast, so yeah, that was like definitely something like, oh, worth checking out. That was a long rant about acrylic and also this little site here. But yeah, okay, now let's get back to what we're actually doing. It is 1st of April. Should really be making a joke. I'll be working on that, but I'm going to start by actually updating the shop. So yeah, right? Yeah, I have Albert and the girls with me today, so. And no snow, so fingers crossed. Okay, it is noon, so I'm about to head in for lunch. And I was like, I'm feeling a bit tired, a bit cold, you know, feeling a little bit sorry for myself. I'm sitting here trying to edit the next vlog and answering stuff about the shop update. But then I look out. Okay, I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to open the door for you. It is bloody snowing. It is, nope, stanna. It is the 1st of bloody April, and it's snowing. It's sunshine, and it's snowing. I mean, I'm acting like this is a shock, like it's a surprise, like this has never happened in Sweden before. To be honest, it's actually kind of standard that it is supposed to be snowing. So I'm like, we've had like 2 weeks with perfect weather. Yeah, and this, yes, I know, I touched it, okay? Don't touch your sets, just leave them. But I just can't. I didn't actually make the noise, but kind of. Anyway. Lunch. I'm going to head in for lunch. I'm going to turn up the fan while I'm gone. So hopefully when I get back out here, it will be a little bit more not freezing. So, hey, good morning. It is, it's a Tuesday morning. My chair is, oh gosh. Anyway, it's Tuesday morning. It's sunny outside, but it is completely white. Yesterday, it started with raining and then a lot of snow. When I went to bed, it all had melted away. When I woke up, it was all white. So I'm a little bit struggling today. Yesterday I kept the tents on, and I also took a hot bath, so I think that sort of eased it a bit, but I realized that today need to be very slow if I want to be able to do anything tomorrow. Keeping that in mind, but sometimes I get ideas. So, but what I have done, because I realized this might happen, so what I decided to do today is work on editing, and I did that yesterday too. And something I like editing. I think it's fun sometimes, but when you've been editing a whole day, I'm just really sick of myself. So what I think I'm going to do today is edit and also work on making more sample dots. I always have a lot of sample dots to make. So I have made a list of the colors I want to prioritize. And yesterday I made all of the files. So Elizabeth is now ready. So I think I will just try and alternate, so I have some computer time sitting still and just focusing, and then some where I glue dots on the sample thing. And I think I will do like a Pomodoro, so like one edit one, sort of like that. But first we're going to check emails, check stuff. I'm going to have my breakfast on the menu today. Well, what I made today, it's what I usually make. So, I have cottage cheese with an orange. That is like my standard, that or oatmeal. And then I also have 2 sandwiches. I usually have like hard Swedish bread, but today I have soft rye bread. Oh, it tastes like bird seed. So, yep, that and my favorite, a glass of milk. I can make tea if I want to. But yeah, so that's an update. Okay, it's after lunch. Yeah, okay, so the thing is, it's Tuesday. That took longer than it should. It is Tuesday today. First off, you know, weather, whatever. But my dad has been home from work yesterday and today because he has a cold, like a normal cold. So he is suffering. Anyway, he is inside, but we try to eat together, which is nice because I don't usually get to eat with anybody. But today he was like, oh, we have this thing that it's like expiring tomorrow, so it's best we eat it. And it is, I don't know what you call it, but it's like pudding made of blood pudding, black pudding. Do you call it black pudding? Maybe you call it black pudding, I don't know. Anyway, I hate it. I loathe it. I thoroughly dislike it. But yeah, like we got it at school, never ate it. My dad, he likes it, so he eats it quite, you know, on a kind of regular basis, and never eat it. And just the smell. So the way my dad and my mom makes it is that they slice it into slices, and then they fry it up, and then they put milk and red onion and lingonberry to make like a sauce with it. I think it just the smell of it, I can't even remember any longer how it tastes because it's been so long. But just like the smell when they make it at home, the smell when you get into the school lunch cafeteria and you smell that it's black pudding, I'm just like, I cannot. So he made that and then cleared, like washed out the frying pan so I could use it. I'm just like, I just can't. No. I think it's great that we can make so much food out of all of the parts of the animal. I just feel like just because you can make something does not make it good or that we should eat it. I feel like a lot of animal parts should just be like default made into dog food or cat food? I feel like we have a big population here in Sweden with cats and dogs. They need food. Hi, it's editing Julia here, and yeah, I, as you can tell, I have pretty strong feelings about the whole black pudding thing, but I just want to make it very clear that even though I cannot stand it, especially the smell, I do actually live with people who not only can stand it but actually enjoy put it into their body. And so if you like black pudding, blood pudding, whatever, good for you. I think it's awesome. I just do not want to be near it, and I do not want to smell it. I also think I need to add that after I had COVID, my sense of smell have changed quite a bit. But my loathing, the awfulness of blood pudding, black pudding, have not changed in the least, which really just sort of like clarifies the decision that I am right and it's disgusting. So, yes. That is, I don't know why I talked about it. I've been sitting here editing vlog 129, and it takes me forever because I cannot stop talking, so I'm not really sure why I'm doing this to future me and to you. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because I've been listening so much, I feel like I need to speak up. But today's goal was to finish 129. And I just, like, I do not want to listen to myself anymore. So I've been doing that. I've also been doing dots, so like a little bit here, a little bit there. And usually I try to like finish. If I put up all the stuff to finish making the dots, I want to like finish the stuff. What is this? Oh, that was Albert. He did something. But I'm going to wrap up the dot making before time, I was going to say, because I'm just sick of it. I don't want to sit in front of the computer, do not want to make dots. I'm just going to make paint because I can't even articulate it. Yeah, let's make some paint, and we'll try to finish the vlog tomorrow. So today we're starting with making some tea. Yes. As you can see, it's white. It's white outside. Yesterday or the other day I went to bed and it was all white. I woke up, it was all back to khaki. Yesterday I went to bed, it was all khaki, and today it's all white. Yeah, if you have any pain related thing that is affected by the weather, this isn't it. Anyway, let's pick a tea. I need some tea. Let's see here. White tea, Lindt cacao. Okay, maybe. Glory day is not really much of a glorious day today, is it? Maybe we should use that. Yeah, maybe we should take this and like hope that things turn around, shall we? The reason why I'm a little bit extra huffy today, it's because yesterday when it was just, you know, khaki colored, my mom and I, we went out for a walk because it was khaki colored, but it was sunshine, so you know. And the day before it had been raining, so my other shoes, they were still wet. So I was like, oh, it's okay, I have proper walking shoes. So I put them on, and after about, I don't know, a few hundred meters, I was like, this is a bad idea. Turns out it was a really, really bad idea. So when we got back, it was like just 2 kilometers walk. I had blisters on my heels, which I normally get. My heels are very sensitive, but this was a record because they were about this size on each. My heels are not that big, so they sort of wrap around very neatly. So yeah, it's kind of painful to walk, obviously. I almost cried when I was going back home. And now they just hurt when like the skin is like sort of stretched out, which it is kind of often when you're walking and using your heels. So yeah, long story short, cannot wear my proper my slippers, my bespoke custom made slippers. So today we need to make stuff that I can make sitting down. So no paint, no running around cleaning, no standing up, just sitting down and making sure that I don't puncture the blisters, because so hopefully, fingers crossed and keeping your thumbs, this beautiful yellow mug that I found in a thrift store the other day for 6 Swedish kronor. It's like €0.50. And this tea bag of Glory Day will make my day better. I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah. So that is the plan. Luckily, I actually didn't finish editing the video yesterday, so I still have a lot to edit. So yeah, I can sit here all day. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But yeah, so yeah, that is that's my Wednesday. Fingers crossed it will end better, or that tomorrow will be better. Who knows? I have my favorite boy here with me. He is already fast asleep because, you know, that is what it is. I don't even have any fun emails to look through. So yeah, editing it is. Back. This means that I actually finally finished vlog 129, which obviously you already know, but I pretty much just finished it.
and have finished 130. Like, come on, that is like a personal record, because it took extremely long to edit the other one. So this one was kind of half edited one I actually started on, so I think. Anyway, I feel so good about that, which means that I might actually get spend a few hours painting today, which would be quite nice. Anyway, in other happy news, maybe the glory tea actually happened. My dad, he actually made lunch for us today. Pasta and ketchup. Not so shabby. I'm not complaining. Especially once, like, I can still, like, the blood pudding from yesterday. I know I did a whole rant about it, but I just have really strong feelings about it. So, yeah. And I feel like I really want to express my opinions, but sometimes I feel like they are, like, you know, you don't want to say something that will offend people, but I just feel like I cannot keep my feelings about blood pudding locked up any longer. So anyway, so yeah, he made us lunch, which was very nice. We have a lot of snow coming, so no walk for me, especially now with my heels. They are painful. So yeah, luckily Albert doesn't want to be outside today either, so win-win. The last thing I want to remind you, encourage you to do, is leave a suggestion for the glittery color down below. Color, just like a lot of sparkle, what that could be called. Leave it down below. I would be happy. If I choose your name for the color, I will send you a full pan of that color, or a half pan and a half pan of another color. I have done either, depending on who has won and what they want. So, as just a little thank you, I really like having you coming with great name suggestions. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.